Welcome to Aquarius Awakes, a cosmic conversation between two Aquarian women. Join us as we look for answers about UAP, NHI, and all consciousness-related topics with our hosts, Pamela Livingston and Laura Castellanos. We walk boldly into the age of Aquarius. Together! Se habla español. Hello, this is Luca Biotti on the ship Noraya. He is a Monroe trainer and a sound engineer for Monroe, who is an expert on sound frequencies and how they shift brain waves and shift consciousness. He is also an excellent Star Lines trainer and an expert on connecting and making contact with our star brothers and sisters. Welcome, Luca Biotti, to the show. She Sees Stars.
Thank you.
Welcome, Luca. So here we are, all floating in the Red Sea between Saudi Arabia and Egypt in this magical land. We have seen a couple of potential UFOs, certainly, while floating out here this week, and would love to know more about what you are doing with the Monroe Institute to expand communication with our non-human intelligences.
So thanks for inviting me. It's been a pleasure to share with the two of you this week, having people with similar mindset, finding someone who strongly believe, like myself, that we are energy, frequency, and vibration, and you can establish a resonance between this place, the dolphin, and higher realms, higher planes of consciousness is truly wonderful, because when such like-minded people are meeting together, we understand more each other and better what and who we are. So we are getting information from the environment, and we are helping our soul and soulmate to understand more about who they are. Thanks to the sharing we are having this week, thanks to the dolphin, which are teaching us frequency of unconditional love, and perhaps also teaching us how to attune with ET friends, ET brothers, and starship, and our real belonging. So for me, it's been something I was thinking for several years to come in this place, and this year was possible to realize. Was bringing some people from Italy, from my healing group, but to come back to my history, I'm an electronic engineer, and I've been spending about 25 years of my life on my path of personal journey and growth. I'm resonating a lot with the concept of energy medicine, and about that we can use truly sound, light, and vibration to restore a balance in our energy system and to expand our energy field. When we expand our energy field, and for me energy and consciousness are very much the same stuff, we enter in contact with the unlimited field of energy information, the quantum field. So when we are attuning ourselves to higher realm, we can get in touch with our higher self, with our group of souls, with our cluster of souls, we say in Star Lines, the infinite sea of bonded idea clusters, where you are grouping yourself with other souls, and together you evolve as a group, and you remember about your belonging, about the purpose of you choosing to come here, making an experience of planet Earth, which is one of the far away in the Milky Way galaxy. And we are here to share this beautiful journey about our mission, about remembering how we can help each other to grow and to understand more. The motto of the founder of the Monroe Institute, Bob Monroe, is "I am more than my physical body." Since I'm more of physical matter reality, I truly want to explore, to understand more about these states which are beyond physical matter. Today we're being here, healing, bend the spoon. As a Monroe trainer, I teach several programs which are letting people understand that what they think is extraordinary truly for us is ordinary. I decided to spend my life in doing extraordinary things. So for me, going out of body, remote viewing, creating and manifesting, making energy healing, psychokinesis is very ordinary. It's something we can do every day. And when we remember that we are infinite being, that when we remember that we can tap into our wisdom, into our highest, let's say, good. That's why I like to.
Well, that fly has tapped into your
it's
highest
sticking,
good.
Establish a resonance with this fly, so she cannot stay without me.
Yes, yeah. Well, I was hoping you could explain the relationship between the Robert Monroe Institute in the United States and that in Europe.
Yeah. Monroe Institute is a global organization. It was developed and has the headquarters in Virginia, but we have trainers spread around all the world. Different kind of trainer outreach, so going out to reach people, that's the synthesis of the outreach concept, or residential trainer teaching in Virginia, but teaching also in other locations around the world. And the motto of Monroe was get out there. So once you came here and you make an experience, you understand that you are more than your physical body, then your mission is to bring it out there. So help this humanity to awaken and help this society to become better for the people who are living and for the next who are coming. All the life of Bob Monroe, starting from spontaneous out of body, was about is a journey of self-discovery. At the end, he was publishing 3 books and telling the story about his understanding, his learning in this human path. We are very thankful to have a legacy of himself at the Monroe, and truly people like myself as an international trainer, we would like to bring the Monroe Institute in Europe at the same level which is in US. So we are offering the same program. Europe is different because we have regional languages. So English is not enough. We have to bring exercises, programs in Italian, in Greek, in Polish, in Romanian, in Bulgarian, in Lithuanian, whatever. So it takes a little bit more, but the principle is the same. The heart behind the passion, the message, the frequencies, the program we offer are truly the same. So for me, it's one Monroe, it's declinated in different regions, but there is no difference between US and Virginia.
Yes. Well, so the
US and Europe.
Yes, yes. So the U.S. Institute, its early roots are with the American intelligence community and agencies. And so, and now we are many decades later. Is there interest in some of this from governments in the EU?
The story is that in the 70s, in the 80s, the American government was sending people to the Institute in order to train them to better perform. We can imagine about remote viewing. John McMoneagle is the most famous remote viewer in the world. Was spending long weekend from Friday to Monday for probably 1.5 years. Every weekend coming in Virginia for Lauderdale, training with Bob Monroe, that was creating a specific set of frequencies for himself in order to cool down, to reduce the cool down period between one remote viewing and the other, truly performing better. Then at that point the CIA was putting the gateway process of the Monroe under study, and this document was kept reserved for many years, and a few years ago this study from CIA about the gateway process has been published, and is also making, let's say, good advertisement for Monroe, saying, okay, we have been studying your process and we can now make a testimonial that this process works, and we can explain how. So it is attracting people from all over the world to come in Virginia to perfection your abilities, whatever is your interest. If you want to increase your ability to focus attention, if you want to become a healer, if you want to become a better meditator, if you want to engage yourself in psychokinesis or mediumship, let's say all the activities which are related to the expansion of consciousness, to understanding also what and who you are. Because one thing is performance, the other thing is the learning, which is connected with the process. Monroe is famous for experiential learning. We do use frequencies to entrain the brain. So bringing people in expanded state of awareness. Time ago the term was altered state of consciousness. Altered means is different from. Different from what? From the natural state you are in the ordinary daily activity. So
do you think that is the altered state of consciousness that we just witnessed beautifully here in your class of spoon bending, and how people were able to move their consciousness and put it in line with the very material and rather heavy spoons and forks that they were working with? Do you feel that maybe that is the future of our consciousness? Is that we will be entering, that will be our new normal?
yeah. Because what is normal? You are bringing a great point, Pamela. So what is normal today? As more people are awakening, we are shifting out of phase from the past normality. So we are creating a new state of being for people which are super conscious, which are in an awakened mind state. We train using gamma brain waves at Monroe, and this is the new frontier. So to awaken people in order to be supernatural, to tap into your power. Having superpower every day is your natural state of being, actually. What is strange for me is how we lost or we gave away our power to many other things, specifically fears. So spoon bending is about shifting out of phase, opening your heart, directing the energy using your mind, creating a coherence between mind and the heart, and then allowing the spoon and the fork to reveal you what and who you are, so which is your state. It's not about the spoon or the fork, it's about the ability to enter in a state of flow and to remain in this state of flow for a certain amount of time. So once you experience it first, then your brain is able to come back a second time, because you know already how to get there. And your life is changing, because people are telling, if I was able to do this bending metal, which is basically impossible for me, what else I can do in my life? So the spoon is just a metaphor to let you understand that you are driving the buzz of your energy system. So you're not meant to react every day to the environment, what is happening to you, but truly you are sitting in your power, like the mediums are. So doing psychic, doing mediumship, doing healing, doing trance, whatever is your inclination. If you want to do it the best, it requires you to shift a little bit out of phase from ordinary reality. I guess shamans perhaps are living completely out of phase. So the much you are use it to stay out of phase, more difficult will be for you to re-enter in what is called normal, let's say, behavior.
Yes.
But in any case, our society is shifting through illnesses of the brain, perhaps. So our, let's say, day-to-day life is so severe, so we tend to cope with different level of stress, but no living element is able to survive in a constant level of stress. We tend to adapt stress, and exploring consciousness, becoming more aware of your energy, is giving you more flexibility, is expanding your limiting beliefs territory, is expanding your comfort zone, so that you can be at comfort even in an uncomfortable situation for you. So the more you are able to be happy for no reason, the most is the probability that you are more resilient in life. And today we see two shifts in life. The one who are not able to adapt or to cope with stress, which are developing dementia, are developing kind of illnesses or whatever, are creating a situation of violence, of murder, of rage or whatever, and the one who took the path of consciousness, so truly understanding that this illness, this sickness is coming to me as a message of awakening. When you are sad in the morning, you feel panic, you feel anxiety, I tend to say this panic attack is your best friend, because it's coming to you with a message. So your cancer is a message of awakening. It's telling you it's better for you to think yourself dying instead of continue doing this kind of life. So the point is, which is the message this sickness is bringing to you.
Yes, an enormous message, and even a gift if you're able to accept it. That's, well, I'm in the interest of our crew who is maneuvering behind us, and
I have a question for Luca. Luca, you're an expert sound engineer, and you work at Monroe doing incredible sound science signals and incredible feats of sound for meditative purposes. It would be excellent to get some feedback from you on your creations, your inspirations, your intentions with it, how your philosophies, whatever you would love to share with us would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, thanks for the question.
Thank you, Luca.
To me, sound is master. Monroe is proposing to participant experiential learning. So you come there, you listen to a mix of sounds, to some meditation in the headphone, then you're having an experience and you are growing and learning through the experience. But the true master is sound. So Nikola Tesla was saying, if you want to understand the secrets of the universe, start thinking in terms of energy, frequency and vibration. Truly, I believe that the universe is sustained by a sound. The cosmic dreamer is projecting out a dream, a hologram, but which is sound. We are energy beings, and sound and light are the way, are the tools for us to shift, to evolve, to heal, and to do many other things. In the beginning was sound, and sound was close to God, and the word was God. But word spoken is sound, is energy, frequency, and vibration. So when Shiva and Nataraji stop to dance, the universe is collapsing because there is no frequency, energy, and vibration. So truly, what a gift is for me being able to perform many years later the same job of Bob Monroe. So incorporating frequency in an audio track, having the track listened by participant, and perhaps even measuring the brainwave of the participant, so closing the loop. See, was my intention, incorporating some sounds, then they're having an experience. Remember the group of explorers of Bob Monroe, and then having the scientific proof that today is possible to see that you are not making it up yourself in the boot, but the experience is truly happening, because we can measure a series of biofeedback in your body, in your brain. You can measure brain waves and establish a level of brain coherence. We can measure your heart and having a heart coherence. The most refined model today are enclosed in three brains: the head, the heart, and the gut. We have a program at Monroe called Conscious Coherence. So it's based on the polyvagal theory. What about if you are able to establish a state of coherence yourself in your energy system, in your aura, on a purpose? We have programs which are energy awareness. Now other programs are called healing and transformation. I was very lucky last year to create a program called sound healing. What is best to heal using sound? Sound technology, moral sound science, is a safe way to explore consciousness. So you don't need to assume any kind of substances. If you are fed up with the exercise, you just take off your headphone and the effect is stopping, and you are not having any dependence from the sound because your brain is learning to work in a different way. So once you establish the way to get there, we call them expanded state of awareness focused level. Name it with number, but then when you know how do you feel in that state, this is the key for you to access back to the state. So you can come back anytime you want without listening to audio tapes, to frequency, no matter if you are driving, if you are on a bus, if you are visiting someone in a hospital. You can be a messenger of healing, a messenger of awakening, and truly these are tools for evolution for me. So I'm very happy because I can do as a job something which is helpful for people and for myself to evolve. Anytime I train in the same program is never the same because the group of people is changing and the learning I bring home is different. So for me it's an invaluable experience. This is more. So very, very happy, very grateful.
I would imagine.
Luca. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Pamela.
Well, I was going to ask how people can reach you from our audience. What are a couple of good ways for them
so
to
one
contact
easy
you?
way is to go on the Monroe Institute website, monroeinstitute.org. Then you select our people. Under our people, you have trainers. There is the list of trainers. There is my bio, my email contact. Where I work in English for America online, in English for Europe, in Italian for Italy. So I'm working at any level, let's say, with Monroe.
So would this be under the www.monroe
Institute.org.
Institute.org.
Then you look under
and
our
then-
people.
Okay.
And trainers, there is the list of trainers. You can find the trainers which are close to you, but you can find myself as well. So I'll be very happy to answer to questions from your audience if they want to drop me an email. My field of expertise mainly are psychokinesis, energy healing, death and dying. Because also the process of death and dying are very much involved in mediumship. I'm a guest trainer at the Arthur Findlay College in UK. Developing myself as a healing medium. So all these things are coming together. So remembering who you are, bringing ancient knowledge and technology from star times, Atlantis, Lemuria, and evolved star system where the healing with sound and light was basic every day. So today our, let's say, Western medicine is starting incorporating things that have been used for thousands of years. So we are rediscovering the basics again, and the basics come on frequency and vibration. So absolutely I work on death and dying also because I truly believe that for some people the physical death is also a form of illness. So sickness, illness is a messenger of awakening, but also physical death is a form of healing. Sometimes you can reset your experience. You can start again learning a lot of things. I've been passing through a near-death experience in my life with a car accident. I was learning a lot. I have an amazing amount of learning when my heart was stopped, my lungs were empty, and my rib cage broke. And instead of being desperate, I was telling myself, nothing happened, you are still alive. And then I was finding myself out of body on the side of the driver's seat, look at my body there and say, but he's not alive anymore. So you, as energy being, you are alive, but your body is dying because the heart is stopped, the lungs are empty, your rib cage is broken. And instead of worrying, I was wearing a wonderful smile and say, how lucky are you this evening? How few people can have the learning you are having. You are more than your physical body. This is exactly what Bob Monroe was meant you to understand and to say other people. And I was feeling myself in joy, in light, feeling like someone is bringing out of your shoulder a backpack with 100 kilograms of stones. You're not aware. You are bringing them every day in your life. And say, how cool is this? You know exactly what is happening to you, and you are not afraid, because this is the state of pure being. You're not doing anything here instead of being what and who you are. And I had a very difficult time to come back in my body when people come to rescue me, because I was afraid they're bringing my body away and stay here. So I have to come back into my body, and the moment I come back in my body, that was not vital, by the way, I will start feeling all the pain, all the suffering, bringing my backpack, and I was not able to understand, because all the people around was very sad, all the people around was angry. I say, what's wrong here? They are rescuing me, I'm not guilty for anything, I'm the victim here today. Why they are so not matching, let's say, my state? And it took 2 years for me to admit that it was a near-death experience, but I've been transformed down to the level of my DNA. I'm a completely different person. That's why I value a lot the process of death and dying, because you are learning at a very fast speed. It's like time is stopping, it's not passing anymore. In every second you get the information, every millisecond lasting forever. So your brain is receiving all the information which are useful for you to make the best choice in that moment. When you are risking to lose your life, basically you are losing control over life. So it's very clear that something serious is going to happen, and you cannot do anything to avoid it. So you just witnessing. At a certain point during my witness, frame after frame, a sort of higher intelligence was coming to me and putting the lips on my own lips and sucking out all the air I had in my lungs and stopping my heart. It's like there is a safety bias, there is a sort of intelligence which is telling you, you are risking your life, we are not knowing how it is going to end. It's better for you that we stop all the vital function for a while, and then we see what's happening. So it was exhaling my last breath. It was very, very clear that it was my last breath. I said, okay, this is the last one.
Wow.
And now let's see what's going on. And then the heart was stopping. I said, okay, let's see. I'm not breathing anymore. The lungs was empty, but this was my fortune, because when my rib cage broke, because another car was entering my door, the rib which broke didn't pinch the lung, because the lung was empty. So it was my, let's say, safety functions. I was entering a safety function where the vital functions are stopped, but you are, of course, fully alive, separated from your body, and everything is going well. And you are learning a tremendous amount of information in such a state. I don't even know how long it was.
But it's such an excellent metaphor for this incredible intelligence that comes in these moments and takes care of us for a greater purpose and for a greater lesson, a greater experience to move us into the next phase of life, which you clearly jumped into.
Yeah, you are learning that your limitations are self-imposed. Your fears, we are fearing. Fearing is giving out our own power, it's giving away our energy, and when you are in a state of fear, your energy system, your energy field is collapsing. You are separate from the quantum field of energy and information. You cannot do anything extraordinary anymore, because you are just in a state of worrying. You are feeding your shadows, you are feeding your symptoms and whatever, which is exactly the opposite of flowing. That's why I like to teach spoon bending. Monroe is allowing me to teach spoon bending every month, because it's reminding me how to be and to remain in a state of flow. In that state you can gamble, you can heal, create and manifest whatever you want to do in your full power. When you are in a state of flow, you can make it content. Of course, today in this cycle, we say, okay, we invite this healing circle also the extraterrestrial part of ourselves to show us our friends dolphin we met this week. So let's have a
Yes.
dolphin into this group. Remember, participant, how do you feel when you're swimming with a dolphin? You're just flowing. This is the same state of flow you need
Yes.
to bend spoon and forks, or to make healing, or to make creation manifestation.
Or apparently to make this large, beautiful yacht move, as our crew
I do have a question now that we have Luca here, and him being an incredible sound engineer, an expert on sound signals and frequencies. Would you mind teaching us a little bit about the differences between delta and theta, alpha, and gamma, and also what is the attraction with the gamma that you mentioned earlier, and why this is something that inspires you?
Yes, thanks, Laura.
Thank you,
So-
Luca.
Brain waves is the electrical activity of the brain. The brain is an electrochemical organ, so it is enclosed in our head with a liquid which is created by neurotransmitters. The characteristic of the chemistry of the brain is to change according how do we feel. If we are happy, we have a certain neurotransmitter in our brain. If we are sad, the neurotransmitter is changing. But the other characteristic is to have an electrical activity. So we can measure the electrical activity of the brain putting some electrodes on the head, on the forehead, on the back of the head, and measuring these waves, which are electric waves. So we measure frequency and amplitude, and based on the level of frequency, we can group in different ranges the brain waves. So we all experience different range of frequency at the same time. So if we take people from the street, all the mankind are showing different range of brain waves happening at the same time. We call this beta, alpha, theta, and delta. So beta is the state of ordinary awakening. So when you are listening to me, when you are making computation, when you are reading and writing, fully alert and in phase with time and space, is coming up to 30 Hertz. The lower state, so when the brain is slowing down, the electrical activity is called alpha range. So alpha is the frequency of nature, is around 8 Hertz. When you tune in the beautiful sea, like we are here this week, tune into dolphin, having a walk in the forest, or whatever, looking at the stars, stargazing, you are slowing down your brain, you are relaxing. Your alpha bridge, we say technically, is opening, you are able to relax, go down, and you start feeling better. So there is no fear, you are not anxious, you are not afraid of something, you are just getting more in touch with your own power, with your energy. When the brain is relaxing even more, the frequency are slowing down, you are entering the theta. Theta is a state of high creativity, is a state for healing, is a state for daydreaming. So you are getting borderline of being awake and asleep. So you are dreaming with your eyes open. Perhaps you are going inside, you are turning, you are warning inside, you are not putting attention anymore to what is happening around yourself. So the borderline to sleep. When you get completely unconscious, so sleeping, your brain is slowing down anymore, and you're slowing down more, you're getting delta brainwaves close to 1 Hertz, completely unconscious. As much as the brain electrical activity is slowing down in frequency, we move from ordinary consciousness to the subconscious, to the unconscious, the collective unconscious. To me, it seems strange, but I would like to say two things. So first thing, the brain is a sensory organ. So the main activity of the brain is to feel, it is not to think. It's processing the inputs of our 5 senses, physical and non-physical sense. We have 5 physical and 5 non-physical senses. Then we can also use the brain to think, but it's not the main function. The main function is to think. And the second thing is that when you are completely unconscious, dividing consciousness, I choose to become completely unconscious. When you melt with the source, you cannot be an observer anymore. When you lose your consciousness, means your control, where you're not afraid to lose yourself around and lost the way you are going, then is the best way for learning. Becoming unconscious allow your body to regenerate, to dispel toxins. During the night, sleeping is evolving in cycle. We are about to stay 3 hours per night in deep delta state. During this deep delta state, the body is regenerating, the cells are regenerating. When you're coming out, there is a higher intelligence putting everything under control. So we are having an experience at the Monroe Institute, people are clicking out, the body is rejuvenating, say, okay, he's out for the next 45 minutes. You put in order the blood pressure, you restore the cells, you are regenerating the neurons before he comes back to have 45 minutes to rebalance everything. Look at the mess that he left here. So when you are sleeping deeply during the night, you have 3 hours of intelligence of the body, of the system, of the subsystem, restoring the balance. It's very important to have a regular deep sleep cycle where people coming in the morning say, I'm more tired than when I went to bed. So this is, you are not sleeping deeply, your brain is not slowing down enough, you're not able to self-regenerate your body. If you keep this situation over and over, you are meant to develop a sickness. So it's very important to establish a good pattern of sleeping. Mediums, healers, are using myself when I'm bending spoon and fork, going deep down in delta, looking out into the field of energy and information to retrieve inside, to bring up in ordinary consciousness. So the ability to relax, opening the alpha bridge is fundamental to go down, become subconscious and unconscious, and then bring back in the morning the content of the dream. Dream work. At Monroe we have a program, lucid dreaming, intensity, using the dream state overnight to get information from your subconscious. Your subconscious is always right about yourself. It's not your rational mind that gives the most accurate, let's say, information or judgment. Your subconscious most of the time is right. Also having a coherence is very important. Your brain is telling one thing, your heart is telling another thing. What do you choose? Who do you follow, the brain or the heart? So establishing a state of coherence is allowing you to have no doubt about the good way to choose. And here comes the gamma frequency, because becoming super conscious, giving you the possibility to be an observer of everything. I observed myself in a group of spoon bending, so I'm not the one who is bending the spoon, I'm the observer. I'm not involved emotionally if I don't need to. I have the pleasure to experience emotion. This week for me was a wonderful collage of emotion out in the sea, overcoming my fear of being alone in the deep sea with dolphin, but it was a tremendous pleasure at the same time. The brain, my brain especially, is enjoying a lot pain and pleasure at the same time. When you have the two opposites becoming one, you feel like God. Yeah, because you are experiencing the integration of the opposites. You say, okay, this is the same thing. Life and death is the same thing. The two faces of the same coin. You cannot be alive if there is not a death process anymore. Life is evolving in cycles. So it's very, let's say, stupid to think like some cells in our body think they can live forever. So when it's moment to die, the cell is not dying, it's developing cancer, because they think I can live forever. So, and I can convince you, other cell to do the same, and then you create a mass of cancer which is growing in your body, because it's basically violating the laws of cycling. Time is cycle, seasonal cycle, our years are cycling, the planets are revolving cycles. Everything in life has a beginning, has an end. As Monroe was saying, there life is about flowing. And we use gamma frequency because when you become super conscious about all this process, you can use this natural ability of the brain when you need more. It's not only when you are meditating or you are taking a program at the Monroe Institute. It's about when you need a superpower. The gamma halo is boosting all the pattern of brain waves in the moment you least suspect. When you need gamma, it is supporting you. But gamma is not, let's say, present natively in every brain. I mean, every brain has the ability to develop gamma frequency, but it has to be trained in some way. For me, sound is one of the best way to entrain a brain into gamma frequency. That's why I'm passionate in doing Monroe Sound Science, because you can enclose in every program, in every track, in every meditation, one or two layers of gamma frequency which are boosting the performance of your brain truly to enjoying life as an energy being, which is more than a human being experience. Monroe was saying you are more than human, you are human plus. When he developed Focus 11, he was saying this is one of the most important discoveries. He was so proud about Focus 11 for reprogramming your subconscious mind using combat. So you are more than human, human plus. So today the technology is allowing us to be human plus all day long. So there is no reason for which the humanity cannot awaken to a level of human plus. That's my goal and my purpose, my mission in life. So helping people to understand more, to self-heal, because I truly believe the form of healing is always self-healing. I'm here this week to heal with the dolphin. The dolphin are teaching me how to heal myself.
Well, and as we witnessed with the group that you brought from Italy, absolutely every one of them is leaving lighter, with much, just filled with joy
and spirit.
And yes,
this group is becoming my second family.
Yes.
And this Starship is my third or my first family. So we are having a lot of good vibes. So I feel very much supported in doing my job, and I feel grateful of having these people sharing part of the journey with me. Because when you walk on the journey, on the path of your soul, your journey is completely different taste for your life.
Well, thank you for including She Sees Stars on this journey with you.
And Luca, one more little thing, as a healer, and I know that you have a healing group that does healing energy, as well as a podcast, an Italian podcast. And would you mind also giving us this information before we log off?
Sure. Before the COVID, I had a crazy idea to put together a WhatsApp group for making remote healing. So truly, we are about 60 people. We are professional inside, so psychologists, psychiatrists, energy healer, shiatsu practitioner, Chinese medicine, whatever you would like to have. We have tarot readers, we have mediums, hypnotherapists, and normal people who are accepting my proposal to enter in a dynamic of exchange, because I truly believe that you put your time and your effort for facilitating the healing of someone else, this healing energy is passing through you and is healing you as well. So you are becoming as a channel of universal energy for someone else good, and this activity is healing yourself. So it's very much a dynamic of exchange. I'm not asking anyone money to be on the group, but I ask their commitment to do this activity, and every month I'm offering a free meditation and a healing session for the people of the group. When we meet together online, I bring the list of all the requests we also had during the month. Everyone is free to use their own time as they prefer, to use the technique they prefer. By the way, tomorrow we have the wonderful Dolphin Energy Club, so for me it was amazing to swim with dolphin during this day, and I was projecting my internal hearing system, the voice of my fellow trainer, which are voicing dolphin healing. So I was looking at the dolphin and listening, dolphin heal, dolphin heal. And say, you know very well this audio track, and now you can see it in the eye of the dolphin. It was an amazing experience for me. And we group together, we meet together. We do also mediumship. We have different technologies coming on during the group. And then
if somebody wants to join or learn more, do they go through
you write an email to me. In this moment the group is in Italian only.
Yes.
We have still a few people which are not speaking Italian that like to be in the group because the energy is good and they at a certain point understand what's going on energetically.
Wonderful. So they can reach you through the email at
can
the
reach me.
Monroe Institute.
Yes, I have several email, luca.biotti at moroinstitute.org, or the same at moroinstitute.it, which is Italy. And also I'm an author on the Focus 3.0 channel, which is an Italian channel for spiritual, let's say, matter, spiritual evolution. And I'm hosting my podcast there. The name is The Conscious Healer. 2 years ago was Energy and Awareness. Now we changed the name into The Conscious Healer. And every month I'm making a live stream, which is coming on all the social media. So we are present on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all the social. So I'm inviting people which are mediums, which are tarot reader, astrologer, healers, of course, and we speak about energy and consciousness, because at the end my life is about energy and consciousness. This is the only thing I'm able to do to a certain point, so I try to do it as much as I can, because it's moving energy around. I truly believe that as much we can move good vibes, good energy around, at a certain point this energy is coming back to us, flowing. Again, we come back to the concept of flowing. I like to train, but it doesn't matter for me, it's only a few people or a huge class, because when I train I keep the energy moving around, and this energy is giving me back. I always say that the spirit world is always satisfying me in a certain way. You are never unsatisfied if you do something for the spirit world. Most of the time is learning. There's also wisdom, is blessing. So I'm truly lucky to be living a wonderful life. It's more than my dream life. Sometimes I fear that to be in a dream. So I say you're passing from a lucid dream to another lucid dream to another lucid dream, but you never became a moral trainer. You never became, the engineer. The day you wake up, you will realize it was only a dream.
Well, and that is the Buddhist philosophy. We are a dream within a dream. Well, I'm so glad you could be part of our dream.
Yes,
And
thank you so
as
much,
well.
Luca.
So
Yes.
we are dreaming the same dream.
We are
Yes.
dreaming the same dream, absolutely.
You are so inspiring. What you do is also so inspiring. So it's an honor for
Thank
me
you, Luca.
to be hosted on your channel, to meet you, because
Thank
I
you
feel
so
a resonance.
Ah.
A resonance of the heart, but it's not only the heart. It's encoded.
Yes.
This resonance. So we are sharing part of our DNA, of our codes, because we are probably similar people.
And crossing large boundaries to do it. So with the beauty of the internet.
And we are so honored to have you as a healer, as an NDE expert, experiencer who is a healer and helping others, and a teacher and a star line, star brother and sister, connector, a bridge person. Luca Biotti, you are incredible. Thank you for your work and sharing so much of yourself with us on She Sees Stars. And we will hopefully in the future have you as much as and as often as you would like as a guest.
Thank you.
Thank you
All
so
the
much.
best.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Bravo.
Grazie.
Grazie.